And alrighty, Folky Dokes, we are back live once again. And we're continuing along with our playthrough of No Man's Sky. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, dudes and dudettes. Welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you're new to the broadcast. We're happy to have you along for the ride. Where that ride currently sees us is at the Chateau on Epstein. Chilling in the cantina. Figured we'd start with some good mood music. Had ourselves a seat. Our, well, no walls in the way, but I believe our Geck bartender finally, nope, we have a Viking. Is he gonna shake his stuff on the catwalk? Nope, he's taking off, asshole. Anywho, our building is complete. We can see in the bottom right corner we have a new citizen request. I'm gonna head on over to the office, see what's up. Then I believe we'll have about an hour's worth of leeway to skidoo about the cosmos. Yeah, let's see. Citizen's request, a glorious expedition. Yeah, this didn't go good the last time. I got screwed. Let's see. A group of adventurous citizens wish to leave the settlement. They have been tracking a spectacular meteor shower. They wish to locate the impact sites and harvest whatever they can find. Valuable minerals, space dust, alien microbes, and so on. That's going to put us in debt, which you would think, since, you know, we are profiting a hell of a lot more than our maintenance costs are, we shouldn't go into debt doing that. But that's going to offset what we would get per day. We'd restart the timer on that, so I'm going to deny this request. But I appreciate y'all wanting to do stuff. And let's see, do settlement status. Because again, we are taking in 789,000 units a day. Our maintenance cost is 266,000, so that's about 500,000 in the black. But if we were to do that, our production stuff down here would reset. And I mean, it's nothing phenomenal. It's kelp sac and comet droplets. It's a cosmonaut. Yeah, I don't know what that I'm talking about. But yeah, I'd rather just keep the clock going on those. And for some reason, I think we got productivity by telling them to frig off, so that's cool. This is a little troublesome. We have a 73% sentinel alert, so we may be getting called back sooner than later. Other than that, nothing much has really improved. I headed back up to the blade. We had most of our crops ready to be harvested, so took care of that. And I made the gaseous rooms. We get 7 of those going now. And I think we're getting like 15 units every 3 minutes, 3 units every 15 minutes. I can't remember, and I'm not going back up there to find out. Anywho, that's what y'all missed in the interim. Well, we are back, ready to go. And let's get away from this annoying whirring noise. Trying to see previous system fully. That's where the blade is. And that's where we came from, so I guess that makes sense. So I want to get back to where I went through the black hole, which sent us far, far away. I want to say it's this one. So we'll find out. Worst comes to worst, we just find another black hole and get transported light years away. But I want to do something that we haven't done in quite some time. And utilize our carrier AI fragments and go rummage around a derelict freighter. There's the Franken beans. Always a good idea to swing by a mission given, see if he's giving out frigate modules. We got semiconductors. Craft 1 glass. I can easily do that, but then they're going to have us go drop it off at a box and then come on back here. That's going to eat up time. I mean, I could very quickly do this, though. And it's for the merchants. They're the only group that we haven't exalted. So let's do it. I'm talking myself into it. And raid a planetary harvester. We could do a 2-for-1 and get 2 standing with the merchants. Let me see where we're at with them. And we'll figure it out from there. If you want to find out how you're doing with your guilds, just come here and click on it. So we need 14 more to get to Exalted. That's when you get the good stuff for free when you swing by their little kiosk. But the mercenaries and the explorers are maxed out. And the outlaws are definitely maxed out. Every time you hit a cargo pod on a freighter, you'll get a standing for that. I think there's other ways to do it too, but that's mainly where we got the bulk of those. But we still got ways to go with the merchants. I want to say this is a merchant. Nope, mercenaries. Alright. You can also donate to get a standing with them. With the merchants, it's salvage data, upgrades for the exosuit, for your ship, multi-tools. And sometimes you can get a freebie. Some of the items that they're giving away for free, you can just flip over and donate them right back to them. Feel free to exploit that. What we're gonna do in order to make this glass is throw silicate powder in our refiner and done. How easy was that? I'm pretty sure they only wanted 1 glass, right? Find out in a second. Alright, look at that. That was damn easy. Like I said, we gotta go deliver it now. Shouldn't be too far away. It's kind of obnoxious. You gotta go out, drop it off, just to come right back to where you were. Unlike some of the other missions, it's not an approximate location. That'll send you right to it. It's just a rather tedious process. And if we were in the market for ships, we could hang tight here. Let's see what plops down. If you are looking for glyphs and you find yourself in an area like this, always keep an eye out for fellow travelers. Doobie-doo, here's your gas. We get to fly on back up there. Let's see what we got. We got a Seacal fighter. Don't care for the hull. I think we already got them wings, and we have that engine, so we don't need to buy that to scrap. Don't care for explorers. That one's kind of cool looking though. What are you? C-class. Engines are kind of different. We already have these wings. What do we got for millions? 724. We got a bunch of stuff on the freighter that we're going to wind up selling. So, you, sir, I would like to purchase your fine vessel. Let's see what he has for trading too. We don't need any of that. Yeah, we don't need any of the items you're selling. And let's see what you were charging for this. 5.7 mil. Sold American. There you go. I don't even know what the economy is for this location. Research declining. Alright, we ain't gonna hang around here. Really, the only thing I'm looking for, not really S classes. If you're in a 3-star economy, you have a better chance of getting an S class. But I'm trying to gather up some exotics, just for variety. You're not going to find them in anything lower than a 3-class economy, I believe. I could be incorrect about that. But anyhow, way to go. Get a bounty for tedious nonsense. But I like to go to the mission givers just in case we can get salvage frigate modules and storage icons for the ships. Last batch or 2 that we did, we wound up getting like 3 salvage frigate modules all in one go. We were able to do it in like 5 minutes. Pretty sweet. Not the case today. Alright, so there you go. And yep, nothing worth hanging around for. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Send you to the freighter. What is this? That's getting sold. That's probably getting sold. It's an A class. Alright, so next order of business. Let's go to the log. We're still on the settlers. Progress there. Nope, nothing new. Pretty sure sooner than later it's going to pop up that we're going to have to wait an hour for them to propose a new building. Though I'm sure there's a max amount of buildings that you can produce at a settlement before that option runs out. Quick search, see what we're looking at. Blighted planet. Hymeal planet. Let's get away from the space station. Usually if I sit right out front and then turn back around, it throws me back in. And that's a surefire way to annoy me. Spined planet. That sounds different. Supercritical planet. Alright, let's take a look at the galaxy map. Oh, that sent us further away from the galaxy core. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's a 1-star Jeebus. That's not cool. I want to see if we can find a dissonant. Water. Oh, water. You just gonna hang out in the water section here? I have no idea what that is. Dissonant. Hambushi. Sounds like it could be a winner. Let's take a look. I mentioned in the previous stream that there are 3 different ways that you can come across being pointed in the direction of a sentinel ship. Option 1, we can use the echolocator, which will send us to a camp. We will need to use a computer. Now, this option is not only good for if you are early on in your game and you're looking for a new ship, but if your multi-tool is struggling, you'll be able to unlock a Sentinel variety one, which there's either a rifle or a pistol. We have one of each. Showcase those once we get down to the ground floor. Secondly, you have the carrier AI fragment. These are a little bit harder to come by. In order to do that, you have to take on 5 waves of Sentinel ships in the sky. The 5th wave being a freighter. Easy enough with the Franken beans, but if your ship doesn't really do too well on the damage front, you might want to hold off till later in the game to go for those bad boys. And then option 3 is go down to the planet itself and take out 5 waves of the Sentinels. At which point, once you've cleared them, it will automatically point you in the direction of a ship. And that was easy. We found it right off the rip. So let's head on down there. And I'm thinking we'll use an echolocator for this one. Another plus side to the camps is there's little wheelbarrows scattered around. I think there's like 6, maybe 7 of them. Excuse me. And they'll have random items in them. Sometimes it'll be multi-tool expansion, ship storage expansion, exosuit expansions. There's also little void motes that you can pick up. Oh, water. Let's not delay. We will go to the ship and this. Oh shit, okay, so this is a dissonant planet without ships, I do believe. I want to test this theory though. We'll find Sentinels. Slaughter them all and see what happens. We can find our way to a decent chunk of land. Anyway, we could also plop down, set up the submarine, see if we can find some crash ships underwater.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
But when I've incurred planets like these, you'll find the dissonance spikes, you'll find the radiant shards and the living fragments. Again, I'm pretty much convinced you're not gonna find ships. Oh, the Sentinel variety, you may find regular ships. Alright, I'm thinking I might want to go back out into orbit and just blast further across. Actually, you know what? I am gonna. Exclamation point. What the fuck's that? Ah! Yes, it's fine. That makes sense. I heard a birdie. There you are. Attack me. Kick you into the water. Let's see. titanium chamber. And we have all the fixings to make it. Alright.
Thermal protection falling.
What about? One thing I get irritated with this game is if you fall into the water from a high depth, it'll hurt you. I mean, from like hundreds of feet up, yeah, sure, but like 20 feet? It's just freaking ridiculous. Alright, where's a good spot to set this up? It doesn't really matter where we put it, we're gonna wind up coming up somewhere far away, and we'll just have to call on the ship. Go. Actually gonna get some use out of this thing. I just need to relearn how to navigate the damn thing. It's a bit awkward to start. Once you get the hang of it, it moves around like a champ. So, what you want to do from this is go into your menu. Use high power sonar. Scan for drowned ships. You can also scan for crashed freighters, sunken buildings, and submerged ruins. Ain't got nothing here? What the shit? If you scan for buildings, it'll usually be they'll have abyssal horrors outside. You can get the hypnotic eyes. So if you want to farm for those, that's a surefire way to get it done. Usually 2 per building. Should have, yeah, I left a bunch. Got a whole bunch of hypnotic guys, all sorts of other stuff, and we need to power you up.
Technology recharge.
And unsure where we get a bunch of the technology from. I think that would be. Pretty much bought everything off of the anomaly, so I don't know if there's more that unlocks. So I don't tend to usually use the submarine. But when in Rome, I figured we'd give it a shot. The underwater section of the game is a lot to be desired. Once you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. I've already got an abundance of all the things we gather up in storage. If you want quick nanas, you can always go farm the Hadal cores. Stack of 10 gives you 500 in the refiner. These don't give you squat. But it's also good to get a bunch of chlorine. And I guess we could go for kelp sack just to get a bunch built up. I don't have much in storage. I don't think we're going to spend too much time here. I'm going to move a little further and do another scan. Maybe we'll come across a ship. I'm not banking on it. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, you blow up the rocks. Usually kick out little jellyfish abyssal horrors. They can't damage you inside the submarine if you're out and about. Really didn't need carbon. Alright, one last. Nope. Yeah, I'm in my happy space. You can't attack me. Float around and annoy me. Yeah, this is a waste. Son of a bitch. You need to find flat land where you can get out and call the ship and get the hell out of here. Otherwise, I can just use the terrain manipulator. Oh, it's a flat land. But yeah, as you can see, this is where I tend not to use this stupid thing. She's wasted our time. If you're early on in your game and you find yourself in a water corner, you can harvest those little clams. Okay, throw up the sunken artifacts and the Haldol cores. You can sell them for a good chunk of change. Yep, that is a shame. Sentinels. Might as well get our aggravation out here. I blame you. And unlike the regular sentinels, these don't drop salvage glass or anything, but you're getting your ass hammered. They will give you your shields back. Chuckles. Brings us to wave 2. Is that the one? I already got you. You look different. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to shoot you. It was the Sentinels. Attack them. Oh. Crikey, he's pissed off now. Oh, damn. Oh, fuck out of here. Back to the ocean where you belong. Nope, he brought a friend. Reload. Level 4. Let's see. I don't want to piss off Big Chongus over there. There you go. Thanks for being a team player, buddy. Oh, come on. Yeah, level 5. Oh, those fucking grenade things work wonders against the big ones. Oh shit, okay. And that's all of them. Nothing found. Wonderful. Okay, that answers that question. I am not going to attack him. It's just not worth it. Alright, let's call on the ship. This is a waste. Hungry fella. He's gonna have bone apples or something for us. Why can't I, there you go. Scoop edible clusters. Crab apples. Thanks, buddy. Alright, well this planet was a bundle of suck. Let's see what we gathered up that we don't need. We don't need leg meat. We have more than enough of that in the refiner. Or the nutrient processor. This can go to the freighter. That can go to the freighter. Yeah, I think we got more than enough of those in the processor as well. So I'm just going to break them down. So yeah, this planet was a wash. That's a shame. Yes, they can't all these zingers. Let's see what else we have for planets. Gonna let me zoom on. Ooh, it's a big giant planet. Why can't I? There you go. Thank you. Frostbound planet. So you'd think if there wasn't a plane or a ship for them to point us to, they would have pointed us to one of these planets for a sentinel tower? That would have been considerate. We don't need anything there. Bountiful planet. Yeah, everything there. Wow, there's a lot of planets in this system. finned planet? We're gonna go swing by that. Let's see what this one is. Miasmatic planet. I want to check out this finned planet. No. Oh, you're gonna keep going to that, aren't you? Alright, so we got about a minute to go before we get here. That's wonderful. Do we need to refill anything? Why are you gonna tell me to use the echolocator? It's not gonna work.
Technology recharge.
Shenanigans. Actually, no, I'm gonna skip that. It's gonna refill itself. We get the solar thing. If I can find it. Yeah, automatic recharge. Which is clutch. You want to have that on all your ships. Save you on fuel costs. Always. Alright, let's find out what the hell a fin planet is. Ain't nothing we ain't ever seen. Oh, okay, I gotcha. It's like fins. Tentacles, like something out of a friggin' hot dog. That's not terrifying at all. Oh, alright, so if you find yourself on a planet such as these little pistachio shells sticking out of the ground, you could find yourself a glitched item for your bases, which will pop up with a golden symbol representing that you can go and pick them up. Hello, sir. Did your counterparts on the other planet inform you of who I am? Let's get that charged up.
Technology recharge.
I want to see if I can find one so y'all can see what it is I'm talking about. There you go. You got the question mark there. Capillary shell. Some planets will have these kind of objects, which are representative in your log as glitched items. So you come on up to them, and you can hold down the R3 trigger on your PlayStation. Venture to guess probably something similar on your Xbox or your PC. But there you go. Now you can bring that to any of your bases that you're making, and you can plop it on down. It's like a decoration. Coolio. We have some fluttering butterflies. Probably only... Yep. Ah, look at that. We got a 250 nanite bonus for it, so that's cool. But yeah, you go to your guide here, and I think it's in building parts. Exotic parts, maybe? Oh, it's somewhere in here. I'm gonna find it. Wonders? What's over records? Ah, collected glitches. That's where you're gonna find it, in your wonders. So as we can see, we found 5 of them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to find throughout our travels. But usually when I've come across them, I gather up about 10 of them. Just have a full stack. As we can see, we got a couple more. And the light fishes, because we found ourselves on another planet of those. Cable pods, bubble clusters, whatever the hell that says. I'm not going to try and butcher it. But as we can see, you can see the shape of it. So if you find yourself on a planet and you see something similar, odds are you're gonna find a collected glitch. Goody! Here you go. Well, that was my plane. Other than that, you're not going to find much on these types of planets. Like I said, there's usually one type of fauna, a bunch of minerals, maybe some flora. Really not anything else to be on the lookout for. I mean, there may be crash ships. I never really spent too much time looking. And I don't want to waste my time doing that now. Perhaps I'm missing something? Feel free to blast off in the comments and let me know. I don't pretend to be an expert at this game. I just knows what I knows. Alright, so this system was a bust. Let's get the hell on out of here. Yeah, I want to go to this one. Nope, that's a water system too. I got no idea what M6PF means, but let's take a look. And if this winds up being a bust, we'll take a look for another dissonant system. And if we struggle with that, I think we're going to do a derelict flaker. Tectonic planet. Visited 100 systems. Hey, hey! Coolio. A parched planet. And we have another finned planet. Good on that. Learned our lesson there. So there should be one more planet that we need to find. Got you. Can you tell me if we got this one? We got that. What's this? It's probably on the opposite. Oh, there it is. What do you say? Arctic planet. Sounds frigid. I want to check out this tectonic planet. Sura 5297. Looks like it's gonna be a fun one. Did I overshoot it? Nope, we're good. Oh wow, yep. You look absolutely wonderful. I don't think we're gonna be finding much flat land here. That it provides here. It does kind of look like there's going to be storm crystals. Well, we're going to crash. Okay. Whoopsie. Yeah, let's settle down and see what the hell we find. It's got wildlife. Find out just how much. Probably irritated by wildlife. Yep, this is an extreme planet. There's 7 types of fauna. Let's see. Nothing underground, so maybe we can get all of that. We get 1750 nanites for it. Hopefully don't have to go far. Oh, you don't want to nibble my bum? Cool. I like it when they don't attack me. That's plants. Oh, we need one more. What is it? Is it a ground or is it flying? Rare ground. Found in the north. Alright, there's another aggravating thing that this game does to you. But we're actually pretty much in the north, so it should show up. I suppose we can go get some storm crystals since we're here.
Technology recharging.
Again, early on in your game, if you're trying to get some quick fundage, this is the way to go. Storm crystals, a full stack will get you, I think about like 2.5 million, give or take. There's an item I need them for to craft. I forget what the hell it was, but do know we're gonna need them. I got plenty in storage. Mainly, I'm just trying to find that last creature. Skedaddle on out of here. Just looking for a red floaty dot. Which is going to be kind of difficult to find in weather like this. You look like a plant. Pop back in the Franken beans and go a little bit further north. But I'd like to think we're close enough that it should pop. That's another thing. If you're looking for like underwater creatures, basically just get in the water and float around. They'll come to you. Instead of bouncing in, bouncing out. Usually takes them a couple of seconds to start spawning in. But you have to get into the water before they will. As for the land ones, you're pretty much at the game's wits as to whether they're going to pop up for you or not. Yeah, I think we need to go a little bit further north to get this last one. Even if you're early on and you're trying to get all the fauna on a planet, again, my suggestion is go into the menu, the log, and so long as there aren't underground ones, stick with the planet. If there are, those are the ones that give me the most trouble. Usually wind up wasting far more time than it's worth. So that is north. And occasionally some of the animals will be region-based. They'll either be in the north like this one, sometimes the south. There's two ways that you can navigate it. As you can see on the top of the screen, we get the little N icon. That would be your north, or you can pop in here and look at your planet. There's you. As we can see, we're towards the northern part, but we'll go a little further up. Find some flat land. And as we can see in the bottom right corner, the ticker has begun. We have just under an hour before the citizens will offer us a new proposal. So our settlement continues on. So again, I guess tectonic planets are mostly mountainous. Yeah, I never really paid attention. Probably popped up previously. Usually when I find planets like these, I don't tend to stick around them. They're not all that fun. Usually involves hopping in and out of your ship just to move a little bit. But I did find a dissonant planet like this, and the ships were like nestled up in little crevices, so if you find yourself in that situation, your best bet is to not try to find them by eyeball. It's gonna be next to freaking impossible. I'm gonna imagine this is northern enough. So we'll just walk around for a second, see what pops fauna-wise. We are not gonna mess with the sentinels. Trying to fight them on this kind of terrain would just be absolutely dreadful. There it is. Hopefully we can get it from up here. I don't want to go all the way down there. Of course, he's hiding behind the damn tree, and I don't want to go to the side, I guess. There you go. That's an easy 420,000 units. And that's going to do it for this planet. Now, when you do that, and you do get all the fauna, make sure, ooh, that's an ugly sucker, that you go into this and get that nanite bonus. I'm unsure as to whether if you just do it this way, it'll still give you the nanite bonus. I don't want to try to find out. I wouldn't bank on it. So if you wind up leaving the planet, good luck to you going back through all that nonsense to find it, to get that bonus. But it would be a shame to go through all that work to not get those nanites. So there we go. So the dissonant planet was a bust. Found out that this really wasn't anything to write home about. So I guess what that means is there's no space station and there's no life forms that inhabit it. Good to know. So we're gonna try our luck to find another dissonant planet system. Probably an easier way to do this, I just don't know it off the top of my head. F8. It's a Gex system. Dissonant, 3-star. Sweet deal. That sounds promising. One to beam up, Scotty. So what's the game plan? The game plan is we're just floating around trying to find systems such as the one we just came to, in the hopes of finding cool-looking Sentinel ships while we wait for the timer in the bottom right corner of our settlement to dwindle down and we can go build something new there. But probably also going to try and do a what's the word I'm looking for? That's not helping. I'm going to use one of these things, the emergency signal scanner, to check out a derelict freighter. See what we can gather up there. But other than that, not much. Oh great, it's a rocky planet. They have emerald, pyrite, and emerald, no, that's cytophosphate. Could probably use a little bit of emerald. And some pyrite too, so that kind of works out. Now hopefully this isn't going to be like the last dissonant planet we went to when they didn't have ships. Absolute waste of time. I got a good feeling about this one. I do. As to whether we're gonna like the ship we find, I can't say. Yeah. Yeah, it's where you get like the good upgrades and stuff. As well as scrap metal. I've only actually done one. I always just keep putting it off. But I'm also aware that if you want... Oh, there's a secret item. Alright, then it's a secret to me. But I also know that when you, before you fully board, you take this and put it into your refiner, and then when you come back out, it'll act like you didn't use it. But we got 3 of them, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I'm unfamiliar about that secret item in which you speak of. So when I did, I got freighter upgrades, a whole bunch of living slime, which I turned into mold. And I forget what else we got. Again, it was a while ago that I did it. I didn't even use the locator. I just wound up getting it through an anomaly. Oh yeah, no, I got a mold farm. I usually hit it up twice. I got a storage bin dedicated to just stockpiling it. And then I got 5 refiners on my freighter. So I usually do a few batches. But right now I'm chilling at a over 100,000, so not too concerned. But I got 2 locations set up for farming the curious deposits. One of which is a radiated one, so when the storm's going on, I usually get 5 full stacks. Alright, so... yeah, I'm not too concerned with the Quicksilver. I got 3,900 right now. I know that there's a way that you can glitch it and just buy everything and keep the Quicksilver. But I'm trying not to do anything like that. But I know, like, you need to get the figurines and stuff. They give you extra boost for your ships. So I'll eventually get around to doing that. Basically, occasionally I'll do like a regular Nexus mission, but I always do the weekends for the 1800.
Navigational data received.
Like, I've looked through most of the items. Nothing really piqued my interest except for like the visual, like the character upgrades. And so on and so forth. So, alright, we know where the Harmonic camp is. Yeah, I saw somebody, I forget who it was. There's a couple of content creators stuff that pops up on my YouTube. One of them mentioned the that Quicksilver trick that you just talked of. But yeah, I got all the trophies, so now I'm just bopping around trying to find Sentinel ships, see if I can find anything cool. But I just picked up another game kind of in the vein of this, but it's more like more in the genre of like just doing space battles, called Everspace 2. I played the first one. They had it free on PlayStation Plus a while ago. I really liked it, but I didn't want to buy the second one at full price. But they just put it on sale this month for $20 off, so I picked that up. I've just been putting off playing it till I get tired of this. Because I was geared up to get the quest going for the little robots that are littered about on these kind of planets, which is why I started to do the settlement, did the Taste of Metal quest. So I'm making progress there. What do we need? We need the miner. No, and like there's plenty to do. Like there's no end to it at all. So I mean, that was one thing that I liked about it when I was researching it. But like for me, like I'm hyped up on like trophy hunting and shit. So like once I usually platinum a game, like I mean, there's exceptions to the rule. I'll keep playing, but I tend to want to move on and start working on other trophies and stuff. But like this is a game that like when I have a lull, I'll come back to it. I don't see that being a problem. Another game like that is The Long Dark, which is oddly enough kind of why I wanted to get into this one, 'cause the survival aspects of it. That's it seemed like it had a lot like kind of the similar vein of it. I have yet to do a survival mode run though. So I mean there's always that option. But I definitely wasn't going to start off with that. I wanted to get my feet wet and get my bearings with like how the game operates.
Radiation protection void.
But again, there's always something to be doing in this game, so I mean, it's not easy to get bored. Like, regardless of what your playstyle is, like if you want to go ship hunting, you can go ship hunting. If you want to just do a bunch of derelict freighter runs for that kind of like hunting aspect, you got that. If base building's your thing, there's plenty of options there. I mean, the game definitely has a lot going for it. But I also know it, like, it wasn't always that way either, so. But like I said, what sold me was the survival aspects.
Radiation protection falling.
Ship combat. And then, just the expansiveness of it. Alright, so how many more do we have? Oh, I forgot that one. But yeah, I try to, when I'm doing these kind of things, I'll try to get the ones that I gotta use the terrain manipulator first. Like this one, you just gotta blast the door and walk up to it. Same with these two. I forgot about the one that's on the outside here. I mean, that is one like small little gripe that I have is like, once you've done one of these, you've done them all because you know exactly where everything's gonna be. If they switched it around, I mean, you actually have to like work for the cargo pods. It would breathe a little bit more life into it. Where the hell are you? There you are. Same with all like the buildings you find scattered about. But it never gets tiresome looking around for like different types of ships. And of which there's thousands, like that's again another one of the selling points to me, like just the variety that they offer with this. Pretty sure that was all the cargo pods. Why is that one still? We didn't get that one? Oh, because I turned around for the friggin' one underneath, right? Maybe? Yep, I guess. Oh, it just didn't give us the item. Get out of it. But again, like when you go digging the artifacts, the keys are always in the same spots. The big box is always in the same spot. Which is more of like an aesthetic. I mean, it is what it is. But once you get later on in the game too, like going off to do those kind of things just doesn't seem worth it because it's like the little that you get for the effort. But no, that's like I was saying, like it's different for everybody. I mean, a lot of people are in it for like the base building. Some people like to just do the exploration. But there's something for everybody. So, I mean, that's... Oh. Pirates are a regular scan. Yep, pirates. Oh, wait, did we just pick up... Yeah, we just picked something illegal up down there. Gra. I refuse to comply. I'm gonna kick the F-11 bag out of you. But that's the downside. Oh wait, no, we haven't... Yeah, we gotta go to the camp to get the ship spike. So we can get a 2-for-1 special here. Fucking sweet. I'm gonna lure him up to space. I've fought him on the ground before. It's a little bit easier to fight him down on the ground. But when you get to the final wave, when the freighter shows up, it'll like be halfway in, halfway out. And I've had to crash my game trying to do that, so. Where are yous? But this shit shreds pretty much anything, so it's worthwhile to do this. Come on, you prick. But yeah, fighting them on the ground, it basically like halves the radius that they can fight around you. Yeah, no, exactly. I got, yeah, 6. I had 10 a day or so ago. I started to use those over the echolocators. But now, like I said, I think not too long ago, but I took on like pirates and stuff, and it just seemed like it was so much easier to fight them down to the ground. But I tried that with the Sentinels, and then when the freighter came in on the 5th wave, like it was like halfway into the atmosphere, so I could come out and like take out its ass, but I wasn't able to get to its shields, so the battle just went on forever. Oh, jeebus. Nah, I got for this I just got, is it the photon? I got 2 weapons. I got this one to get my shields back up. And then I got this, which basically just eviscerates them. So I haven't bothered to put any other weapons on. That way I don't have to cycle through a bunch just to get some. If I get positioned good enough, I can blast them out in one wave. Where are you? Like so. There you go. I have the infra knife on one of my Sentinel ships. It works just as well, but for this one, the way that I got it set up, this gun just does all the work for me. Come on. See, the only thing I hate about the Sentinels, their shields come right back up. But with a gun like this, it really doesn't matter. Let me switch over, get the shields back up. Where the hell do you go? You're gonna hang on. Not for much longer. There you go. Alright. There comes the biggin. That's another reason why I like this gun. It shreds the hell out of these ships. None to worry. Where'd you go? Yeah, but it also overheats quicker too. With this thing, I can just hold down fucking fire for like good 20, 30 seconds without having to worry about it overheating. Not usually, but like the way this is set up, it fires pretty much just as quick as the Infinite. Yeah, it made short work of it, so can't really argue with results. But yeah, on a regular setup, I would definitely go with the Inferknife over this. It's just the way that this one's set up works pretty decently. Yeah, it'd be an idea for a future update. But I mean, I think it's the fact that like they're AI driven, like there's no captain to like go aboard and friggin' like with the Dreadnought go on and be like, either pay me or I'm blowing your ship to shit. So I think that's like the only reason that they don't have you board those. But it would be interesting. They came up with like a new kind of race that wound up being like the runners of the Sentinels. Like the antithesis to the Corvex or something like that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Hopefully we can get a storage augment or two. Some scrap. Ah, we don't need that. I've already maxed out the exosuit. Yep, we got shafted. That's a shame. We got the rifle. Nope, we got the pistol. I mean, if it's an S-Class, I can grab it and sell it. If it's anything less, I'm just going to leave that behind. Alright, time to do some simple arithmetic. Yeah, but I mean, at this point, like, is that really even a problem? I mean, you gotta give players, like, longtime players, more incentive to, like, keep coming back and keep doing stuff. Again, like, once you get to a point, it's just like, I've already done it 1,000 times. So we got 4, 10, and 16.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Oh, wonderful. 4, 10, 16, is that what it said? Hey! Exactly. Alright, so deactivate. I mean, one thing I'm hoping that they'll do is just bring in the expeditions. So I didn't start playing this until like a month ago, so I haven't had a chance to do any of those. I'd be interested to see like how much more it adds to the game. Because they got the computer thing at the anomaly. You can't do anything with it. A class. We got space, I'll take it. That's the drawback, I only got room for one. I got all sorts of different varieties. I got the rifle version, I got the alien rifle, I got the pistol we just picked up, I got this elemental or experimental one, and then I got an exotic. That's another thing I agree with. Like the people like gripe about, like they don't give you enough storage space for the multi-tools, especially for like the variety. So like if you have like 6 that you already love, like it gives you no incentive to go for another one because you're gonna have to get rid of something that you don't want to get rid of. The ship space, I don't know. I mean, I think 12's more than enough. But I've seen some people like, they should up it to 20, and it's like, yeah, I mean, if you've got years and years invested in it, then yeah, you probably get 12 ships that you don't want to part with. But I mean, like, other than that, like, I haven't had any issue with the game. Aside from, like, the occasional droppage. Which, if you're in the middle of a Nexus mission, is an absolute kick in the dick. Because, like, early on I was doing them, they'd send me to galaxies far away, and, like, that's where I came across the dissonant planets for the first time, so I, like, got sidetracked. Just going out finding ships and stuff, and the game dropped. I loaded it back up in the back of the anomaly, like, yeah, you failed the mission. I'm like, no, y'all motherfuckers failed the mission, you kicked me out of the game. I didn't do shit. I mean, it's chock full of lore. There's plenty, again, like I've said, plenty of variety.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Yeah, I got up to 12 and then I sold a bunch of them. Like, I got 2 exotics. I got this one and then another one I call the Angry Bird. It's the one that's usually featured in the thumbnails when people I forgot I'm still carrying that stupid illegal. Is it the Gra? Yeah, I got a bunch of Sentinel ships. Get it. Which I was keeping for a while, and then once I started to see just how much variety it was, I was like, well, if I don't really like appreciate it, I usually just scrap it. But if it's a setup that I like decently, I'll usually set up a base computer and a teleporter so I can just keep coming back for different versions of it. This one is kind of unique compared to the ones that I've found already. Now the moment of truth is, it's a B class. It's still worth scrap. It's all good. See, the ones that I'm trying to find are the ones that get like the vulture wings to them. I've only found a couple of those. Yeah, I actually got one that I call the Batwing. Oh, hey, buddy. I'll bring it in. I'm not going to fly it because it's not set up for anything. Yeah, this is the first one that I found that I pimped out. I was using this one for the most part. Call it the Rift Raft. But this here's the Batwing. It's mostly black. with the white outlines. I think this was like the second one that I found. And then when I realized like there's just planets upon planets and each one has a different variety, I was like, holy shit. So, gotcha. But yeah, no, this one totally just screamed Batwing to me. And then, let's see, this is another one. I kept it because it had some green to it. All the other ones I was finding were more like red or blue. But I like the underneath of it. The one type that I will get rid of right off the bat, regardless of whether it's an S-Class or whatnot, if it has like the sled in the back, that just looks goofy as sin to me. And another thing that I usually go by is the thrusters. It's got a lot of that going on in the back. I tend to like those more than the others. Yeah, this is pretty much similar to the first one that I had, the Rift Raft. But it's got like different wings on the top. But again, the green is what stuck out to me on this one. I just like the color placement a lot. And next order of business. Yeah, I bought this from scrapping that next time I go and sell ships. Yeah, this is the first one that was my main for a very long time. But this was before like I realized how many of them. I have no idea. Yeah, this is the first one they made into an S-Class. I like the accents on top. It just reminded me of like a police interceptor. The only thing I don't like is like they turn so slow, which is the other reason why I use that exotic that I've been using mainly, because it swivels so like butter. Yeah, I've seen a couple of like white highlighted ones that looked alright. But I mean, it's got to be positioned just perfectly, otherwise, I don't know, it just seems off to me. But yeah, I like the little accents to it. And what else do I have? We did that one. That's nothing. That's the one I've been riding. This is the newest one that I got. Grundle Stiltskin. Like I said, I was finding a bunch of orange and a bunch of red ones. This is the first green one that I found in a decent amount of time. It's got a lot of green, got a lot of blue. And the thrusters on the back are pretty decent. Pretty much the same as the one we just found. But I like the color scheme to it. The blue complements the green, and vice versa. I think they like Gatling guns, to be honest with you. But I don't think they like really do anything. I haven't paid much attention to see, but that's like my guess, 'cause they look like barrels. That would be my guess, though. What, down here? Like these things? Or are you talking about like these right here? So I think that's, these up here are just aesthetic, just wind resistant and whatnot. But yeah, no, now that you point that out, there are a lot of them that are like that. Yeah. And I usually don't fly in first person, so I don't know if like they're noticeable when you're in the cockpit or not. But let me bring up the one that I'm trying to find in like a green variety. Like these types. Like style-wise, this just looks sick as hell. I had another one, but it had like a fat underneath, a lot of extra cargo and stuff, so I didn't really care for it, so I kept this one. But like, these wings are just absolutely beautiful to stare at. But the color, not so much. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the orange. But if I can find one that's like mainly green and black, maybe green and purple, that would probably become my go-to out of all the ships that I have. That just looks absolutely badass. And I know there's guides with like people will give you the portal glyphs and stuff, but I want to find it on my own. I don't want to just have it handed to me. So that's like where I'm getting the satisfaction out of playing the game, is just going from planet to planet, kind of like playing the lottery. If I luck out, awesome. If I don't, well, I can go scrap it and get some cash. Maybe a free storage augment if it's a good enough class. But I don't have anything in this thing, so I don't usually fly it around. Yeah, that's the bulk of the fleet. I mean, I get like 2 or 3 more. I'm not gonna break them out though. So like I said, the other exotic looks pretty much like this, except it's like red on gold. And it's usually the one that people customarily like using their the thumbnails for their videos. Yeah, I think there's a way to dupe this. I don't know if it was on stream or not, but like I showed up. I think I used the AI fragment to point out the yeah, they're not gonna fuck me unless I screw them. Yeah, whatever. But like I got all the stuff out, went, did the brain, came back, popped inside it to bring it up to see what it looks like with the wings spread out. Moved a little further, and because I defeated all the sentinels, I figured it was gonna like no-sell it, and it wasn't gonna give me the second ship. But as soon as I hopped back in my exotic and went to go fly away, it was like, you have another ship, and it pointed right back down to where I picked this, like, with, not this one, but like, as an example, like where this one was, and there was a second ship there. And I didn't have to do the brain or anything, I just had to go up and claim it. And I was like, whoa, that was fucking weird. I don't know how it worked out. I don't know if it's like a glitch that you can do on the regular, if the game just screwed up, but it was pretty badass. Fucking, I got 2 for 1. Before I forget what we're doing, we gotta do the brain. I don't want to use that one, because then I'll have this in the inventory. But yeah, I haven't been able to replicate it since. I'm gonna try it. Probably off stream. Like, I'll do the same thing. I'll use the, I use the carrier AI fragment to, ping a ship, and then when I come down, I'll just take on the sentinels and see if it happens again. If it does, then I'll do a video about it. Because that would be a clutch glitch. Because Usually I've been getting anywhere between 20 and 45 million a ship, but if you can double up, you can pretty much come close to an easy 100 million in one go. Mm-hmm. Alright, where do they want us to go? Directly behind me. Nope, there you go. But again, as far as the looks, I prefer the Sentinel ships, but for maneuverability, this thing just handles so much easier. It's pretty much whatever I'm in the mood for. But right now I'm just trying to get like a couple of the Sentinel ships fully decked out with upgrades and stuff. That way, whenever I feel like I can jump back and forth. Right now I'm kind of obligated to stick with this one because it's fully set up. Don't need to read any of this, because it's the same thing every time. And here we go. But yeah, with each of the ships that I plan on using later on, like I'll go around, I'll get like 30 radiant shards and a full stack of mirrors, and I'll keep them in the cargo. That way, like in the future when I pop down, like I don't have to go getting any of the resources. I can just basically either use the echolocator or the AI fragment and just bop in and out, get a free ship or two and be on my way. Usually I'll linger around, maybe get like 2 or 3, hopefully get an A class, if not an S. And I'll usually hang on to the higher one and just salvage the other 2. Alright, so this one's set up with the phase beam, 2 slots. Venturing to guess if go S class, probably be. Not guaranteed, but I'd venture to guess you'd have 2 super chat slots together over here. If not, maybe one right there and one over here. But it's yellow. It looks like somebody spilled mustard on it, so I don't think I want to keep this one. This one's probably going to get trapped. Go and claim it. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I don't think... Well, now it's on this ship. Yeah, that's pretty average, stat-wise. But again, that color scheme just does not work. I mean, the wings are kind of cool, though. That's different. Like on the outside of them. It's got a bunch of thrusters, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, no, I mean, they would have to be. They were just handing out ships with stats that was high, like, just would defeat the purpose of going around looking for others. Alright, now I need to figure it. There you are. Flipping car dealership going on over here. Yeah, on average, sometimes even less. Like that one. Yeah, it's like 250. Yeah, this one I got 402. I could definitely improve this a little bit. The maneuverability is all the way up though. That's kosher. Shield strength's decent. But like I said, with the phase beam on it, like if my shields go low, I just switch over to that, blast a ship or two, get them back up. Usually don't have anything to worry about. But that's the other thing that I liked about this one. I got 3 supercharged slots right next to each other, which is why the photon cannon does the damage that it does, and the fire rate. But I mean, I could easily just swap it out and put the infraknife in and see how that would handle. Probably better. But I mean, 21,000 DPS isn't anything to joke about. And it gets the job done. Yeah, no worries. I didn't think he was screaming at me. But that's just one of the things that gives more longevity to the game. You have to go around and search for the good shit. I mean, again, there's content creators. Would you stop scanning my ship? God damn it. There's content creators out there that'll just tell you exactly what portal to use, what location to go to find like the best ships, highest classes and stuff. But like I said, for me that just it's like somebody just, here you go. Alright, it's yours now. Like, you didn't work for it, so there's no like satisfaction involved. But I mean, I'll look at it to see what's out there, but I'm, as far as like following the coordinates, like, nah, I'm good. Oh, I got 3 of them. It's just because I stopped at that stupid down freighter. Yeah, no, I got the scan blocker. That's what I keep using. It's not guaranteed, but say like 90% of the time it works. But what I need to do is just send you to the freighter. And now, it's like I don't have it at all. Which reminds me, that was something I meant to point out to the viewers. Which was a little exploit that I kind of figured out. If you go to corrupt systems, just buy absolutely everything. Go from like corrupt system to corrupt system. I mean, or outlaw system to outlaw system. Stack up on as many illegal goods as you want. Throw them on your freighter. And then find your way to a space station and unload them without having to worry about getting attacked. Again, that's early on, like if you need to make money on the quick. And right now, I mean, 723 million is really not all that much. Especially like if I wanted to go and outfit like all my ships with extra slots and stuff, I could blow through that in 2 heartbeats. But it's not all that difficult once you get further on. Especially if you go and ship hunting for like the Sentinel ships, you can make a quick couple 100 billion in an hour and a half. And nanites, you don't even really need to think. Once you get a couple of mold farms going, and you figure out what items you can break down in the refiners, it's like the hypnotic eyes, the Hadel cores. What are those? The whispering eggs. All those break down to 500 nanites on a full stack. Oh, we gotta go back to the settlement. We got a new building opportunity. So we might as well do that. Let's go to the space station. Because yeah, like I said, if I was gonna If that was like a Sentinel ship that I liked, I would have set down a base camp so I could just keep coming back, but I have no need to come back to that planet. So we're just gonna take off. Ah, and for like the mold farm, if you have a freighter, set up 5 refiners on that, and you can set up 3 mediums and 2 large refiners at the base. If you set up a base camp where you find your deposits. And as long as you have your freighter in the system that it's in, you can basically have 10 refiners going at a time. So you can pretty much knock out about 60,000 nanites in an hour. Without having to do much legwork. Like what I was doing is like usually like, which I'm probably going to do in about like 5 minutes. I want to get back to the settlement though. But usually I'll stop, make a coffee, go out and have a cigarette or two, and it takes about 20 minutes. So usually before I go do that, I'll set up the refiners. That way I don't have to sit around waiting for it. When I come back, all the work's done. Oh, hello, fellow traveler. How do you do? Good lord, you're goofy looking. We already got the glyphs, so we don't really need to talk to him. What did I do? Alright, brother. Yeah, perfect. Like I said, I'm gonna go hit up my settlement and probably take off for a little bit too. So, but appreciate you hanging around. Appreciate the conversation. Always a pleasure. But what do I might as well swing by here since we're in the vicinity. Yes, hello. Can I talk to you? Get your goofy ass head. Oh, look, we got a photon cannon module.
Product received.
Ain't that just fancy? Grab our free projectiles. There, we'll grab this, we can sell it back.
Product received.
And there you go. Speaking of, what do we have that we need to sell? We just bought that. Let me take a look. These are all S-class. Actually. No, wait, no. That might be. Alright, let's take a look, see how it pans up. Three, 3, and 7. 6, 3, and 3. Get 1% more damage. Sold. 1%'s 1%. Now what are we hitting for? Why does it feel like that just went lower? Oh, that's upset. He's forgetting. Let me move that for a second, and then we'll move it back in. And it's still. I thought we were at like 20,000. I can't recall. Either way, it's still going to do some damage. Oh, I have no idea where we got a wiring room from. Let's go in the exosuit. Ah, from the Sentinels we had battle with. That makes sense. It all figures itself out in the wash. Alright, what else we got? Cyclotron module is getting sold. That's getting sold. Scatter blaster. Yeah. Time for new scatter blaster. You know, I'm afraid of. knife. That we're gonna keep. We'll throw that in the freighter. That needs to go into the refiner. Keep. That can go to the freighter. And that can get sold. Alright, let's go swing by, sell those off Bananites, transport back to the settlement, get our building underway, and then we're gonna take a break. Oh, wait a second, this is a get community, right? Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Let's just sell that shit. What are we keeping? Nothing. We got everything on the freighter that we're gonna keep. This is all get sold. And kabooyah. We don't need to hit the exosuit station. Have a look, see what they're selling for guns. Speaking of which, we need to switch back to our proper gun. And swing by the anomaly and sell that one we picked up. Let's see if I remember. Anywho, back to the chateau we go. Before the natives get restless. And as for what to expect when we return, yeah, I think we'll do a derelict freighter. If we have enough time, we might even do 2 of them. It all depends on how long it's going to take in between building processes. Let's see what we're looking at. View construction opportunity. Begin construction of an agri-module. Citizens have petitioned with blueprints for the development of a new agri-module. Data indicates a 78% approval for new construction. Well, that's more than 3/4 of the community, so let's do it. And we need 210 chromatic metal, of which we have about 5,000, so good. Where the hell are we going? Over here. Now the question is just how long of a process is this going to be? An hour and a half, you say? Alright, so I'm probably going to be about 20 minutes or more on break, so we'll probably have an hour to go when we get back. So yeah, I think we're going to do 2 derelict freighters upon our return. One thing I do want to do is hop up on the wall here and have a look at all our progress. I've yet to actually take a bird's eye view of all the buildings we've created. It would be nice to see what all our efforts have produced. Plus, I also got to kill time for that living slime to become mold. Well, shit, yeah. Our small little settlement's becoming quite the community. As we can see, we got 1, 2, 3 ports that we built. That one I created because we kind of like mixed our base up. We got the cantina right there, some housing over there. Coming along. Started as a C class, I think we're at a B, maybe we're pushing an A now. I can't guarantee we'll make it to an S class. probably guarantee we're probably not going to make it to that. Let's take a look. Nope, we're still a B class. That's a shame. But, and I also got a feeling I'm probably going to get attacked by sentinels sooner or later, because that just keeps creeping on up. But, yeah. There you go. Is this done yet?
Technology recharge.
Alright, who just showed up? We got a C-Class Explorer. Feel free to explore the exit. Where the hell's the other, There's another landing pad over here. Ah, there it is. It is empty. At least it was empty. That looks like another explorer or a hauler, so I don't really care to go find out. Alright, anyhow, we're gonna go walk up to the blade just in time for our mold to finish, so we can
Protection falling.
throw that there. We'll go tweak our storage a bit. We gotta do that to y'all. So, this is the part where we go on intermission. It's also the part where we close out. So for those that came on by and gave us a watch, totally appreciate it. And for anybody that may make it to the sound of my voice in the future, appreciate that as well. As always, we appreciate and value your viewership and support of the channel. And hopefully, we'll catch some of y'all on the next one when we return, which will likely be about 12:30, 12:45. So anyhow, that's going to do it. So with that stated, this is Slammy signing off. And until next time, peace, y'all.